Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Sinistermoon's Ouya Christmas special. This won't be my typical review video. Reason being is that the games that I'm going to be showing that are for the Ouya are not your traditional games. They weren't developed to be sold. I think that they were just developed for fun. Some of them were for contests that happened in like 2021 and maybe 2020. And so I don't think it would be really fair to give them the review treatment since they weren't actually sold. Now, the reason why I'm actually showing Ouya games is because I have a Christmas memory that goes along with the Ouya. So when it comes to the Ouya, I got it off of Craigslist because back then Craigslist was the place to go to buy video games off of people. Nowadays it's more so Facebook Marketplace, but back then Craigslist was the bee's knees. And so I found this guy on Craigslist, and he ended up getting a Ouya for his kids. He got it off the crowdfunding site that they used before they had a public release. He thought his kids would really like it, and he really liked that the price was kind of low for a brand new console. And yeah, he thought his kids would really like it. His kids did not like it. His kids instead wanted the Nintendo that was out at the time. I forget if it was a Wii or a Wii U, but yeah, they wanted to sell the Ouya and use that money towards whichever Nintendo. And so the dad said, okay, well, I will sell this for you and you can use the money towards a Nintendo, but you got to put up your own money, to get the Nintendo, like whatever more money that you need, well, you're going to need to get that for yourself. And the kids decided that that was a good deal. And so he sold it to me. So even though I got it like on December 30th, a little bit after Christmas, I still considered it a Christmas present because I used Christmas money that I got from my parents on it. And I actually really liked the Ouya when it first came out. I didn't put it in my living room or anything like that. It wasn't like my number one most cherished console, but it was perfect as an emulation machine in my bedroom. This is my original Ouya that I bought back in the day. However, it does have a different board inside of it. The micro USB port actually broke off of my old board, and you need that to hack it or soft mod it or whatever you want to call that. So I did buy a replacement board, and it actually has a more quiet fan on it, which is nice because the fan on the original board in the Ouya is pretty dang loud. It kind of reminds me a little of the Dreamcast fan, which it whirs and makes quite a bit of sound. But the one that I have in my Ouya now is completely silent. I'm going to talk about the Ouya more in the future because there's a lot of really great games for the Ouya. There's a lot of really shitty ones too, but there are some really great games for the Ouya that I feel deserve to be talked about. And I think that I should probably talk about my future YouTube plans. I know that I haven't really been making a whole lot of videos this year, and there's really good reasons for that. The main reasons being is that we got a new place. It's a mobile home. It took us a long while to fix this place up. It's kind of on the smaller side. It's only like 1,100 square foot. And so I've been struggling to get my game collection here. I got some of it stored over at my folks' house, and then I got some of it stored in big bins, like 40-gallon bins or whatever, inside of my bedroom closet. And so I don't have everything hooked up in my game room yet. I've been really trying hard to get everything going because I miss making YouTube videos. But yeah, other than moving into this new place and having to deal with moving a bunch of arcade games and big CRT TVs and all that kind of thing, we have had some deaths in the family. It started with our dog dying. She had cancer, and I spent several months taking care of her, in her final days, and I had to be the one to take her to get put down and all that. My woman went with too, but I had to drive, and I had to, set the whole thing up and everything, and it was really sad, and I'm still sad about it. We're still kind of dealing with it, and we're thinking about, maybe getting a new dog soon. Like, we're not 100% if we're totally ready yet. I am, but I don't think that my woman is. And so we have looked at other dogs, and it just kind of didn't really feel right. And so anybody that's ever lost a dog before, you know exactly how hard that is. I've lost several in my life, but this last one really took a toll on me, and it was really hard on me. And it's to the point now that I can talk about it, without crying. But for several months there, I couldn't talk about it without, sobbing and everything. And but yeah, so that really sucked, and that took a lot of my time. That took several months of my time. And yeah, so there was that. And then recently my woman's dad passed away in his sleep, and so we had to go out to Colorado Springs, which is a good 2-hour drive from where I'm at. And we saw him in the hospital, and he was hooked up to machines. He had a stroke in his sleep, and then he got a blood clot to his brain, and sections of his brain went without oxygen for over 12 hours, and so they had to hook him up to machines, and the machines were keeping him alive, essentially. He was an organ donor, and so they did donate some of his organs, and that was the official end of him. He met his demise in that moment. And so that's been really sad, and it's been really hard to deal with. And we've been dealing with his stuff, all of his remaining property and stuff like that. And it's been really hard, and that's taken a lot of my time. And, anybody that's dealt with, people dying or, family members dying, exactly what I'm dealing with. And it puts a lot of things into perspective. Like, my parents are pretty up there in age. It's one of these days I'm gonna have to deal with that with my own parents, and shit like that is just really sad. And and so because of things like that, I haven't been putting out a lot of videos. Anyhow, I just wanted to let you guys know that starting next year, I should be able to put out videos more consistently, or at least that's the hope. I have almost finished putting together my game room, at least to the point that it's usable. I won't have all of my games and consoles in there because it's just not big enough to house them all, but I will be setting up the most important ones, as well as like my video capturing setup and stuff like that. And so yeah, hopefully I can get more videos put out more on a regular basis. And I do hope that you subscribe, maybe ring that bell, give my videos a thumbs up, and maybe, share them whenever you can. Like back in the day, the YouTube gaming community used to be much more supportive of each other. But nowadays it's more about like, are you a part of the same multi-channel network as me? Can we make money together? Like stuff like that. Like, and I still have no interest in having any kind of like Patreon or putting out my videos on DVD or Blu-ray, or putting out any kind of t-shirts or anything like that. I'm a very small time YouTube channel, and I accept that. I like to keep it kind of underground, and I don't see any purpose of selling anything, and I don't see any reason to ask any of you for money. I know that inflation is crazy, and we're pretty much in a recession, and it's tough out there, and like I don't want you to feel obligated to pay to watch my videos, or to get early access to my videos, or to buy a Sinistermoon t-shirt or anything like that. Honestly, keep your money, spend it on spend it on bills, buy groceries, buy things that are actually important. And you just coming over here and watching this video it means the world to me. Like, I really truly appreciate it. And I do hope to have another Ouya video up at some point, because I do think that this is a fascinating little console. and I really like that it's been brought back to life. It's been given a new chance at life, I guess you could say, and people are developing games for it again, and I think that's so cool. And everything is free once you get it soft modded or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it is really truly fascinating. But anyhow, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. If you don't celebrate Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa or Happy Holidays or whatever you want to say. People are so weird nowadays about about all that. But whatever. I'm just gonna say Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Xmas. How about that? Whatever floats your boat, I guess. Anyhow, so yeah. Until next time, guys, stay sinister, and I'll see you next year.